Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Living Divinity. I want to thank God for the opportunity to read for all of you, and I want to thank all of you who have been with me. Thank you so much. Any comments, any likes, any shares are very much appreciated to exchange the energy. Excuse me. So I want to make a little prayer right now. Dear Lord, I pray for the collective. My prayer, Lord, I ask that you touch their hearts and that they can begin and carry through with peace in their lives. And Lord, please touch the hearts of their loved ones. Help them to learn how to heal themselves. Help them to be discerning with any information that they receive, that they are diligent for their self-preservation. Lord, I pray that peace is a time like Christmas, right? Christmas is of peace. I pray that the wars, whatever wars are happening around the world, that they come in peace. They come in with a healing heart. Sometimes we have neighbors that we have disagreements with. Sometimes we have family members that we have disagreements with. I pray that there's mending. And if those who are trying to be more like you, dear Lord, and they are having obstacles with their family members that they love so much, that they may decide to love at a distance, and that's okay. I pray that 7 generations down for all of the collective, that they're breaking curses. They're teaching their children and their grandchildren the values of life itself, to not take anything for granted. And Lord, I say, I love you. And I thank you for being in my life. Without you, where would I be today? So I hope that all of you take that and you apply whatever it is in the prayer to your life, and make your life the best that it can be, and appreciate everything that you've lived, because even though you've gone through trials and tribulations, from that comes growth, knowledge, and wisdom, and knowing that healing your own heart is your journey. Excuse me. And I pray that those who celebrate Christmas remember that this is just not a season to celebrate. We should be celebrating in our hearts every day how the Lord has been here with us, how He created this world that we live in, and how we need to be stewards of the world, of the waters, the air, the mountains, the ground, the animals, the trees, and value and learn to not waste, learn to reuse things, be creative, and don't waste things and just put it in the trash to have it in a landfill. Anyways, so I say thank you, God, for this today, and thank you for my life and the life of the collective. Be with us during this reading and after, Lord. Let us be thankful for every meal that we have. Let us be thankful for the togetherness that we share with our loved ones, and let us be a beacon of light. And dear Lord, there may be others who would like to add on to the prayer. I know you know their hearts. Dear God Almighty, I stand in agreement with their prayer request. Amen. God, we love you. Okay, so let me read out of the Bible real quick. And I'm going to read Hosea 13, the Lord's anger against Israel. When Ephraim spoke, men trembled. He was exalted in Israel, but he became guilty of Baal worship and died. Now they sin more and more. They make idols for themselves from their silver, cleverly fashioned images, all of them the work of craftsmen. It is said of these people, they offer human sacrifice and kiss the calf idols. Therefore, they will be like the morning mist, like the early dew that disappears, like chaff swirling from a threshing floor, like smoke escaping through a window. That's Hosea 13:1 through 13:3. So I say to you, regarding that scripture, you're entitled to take whatever information and see it as you believe it stands for. I am a spiritual being, and I refer back to the Tower of Babel and how everybody was made to speak different languages. And I'm not here to judge other people, and I'm only here to shed light and be a beacon of light. So I say, just live your life the best that you can, and choose happiness over sadness, choose love over hate, choose good over bad. And if you can't choose any of those, choose God first. There's one God, one love. God is love. God is love. Love is God. Okay. So my handwritten cards. I gotta get my glasses. I'll be right back. Okay, my handwritten cards I have mind, body, and soul. Exercise it, expand it, take good care of it. Your body is, your mind, body, and soul is your biggest asset. Without this, you cannot exist here on this earth. We have to take care of ourselves. We have to eat well. We have to sleep well. We have to smoke less cigarettes or quit. We have to not put chemicals into our body that will kill it. That's alcohol and drugs. It could be hair dye. It could be the perm. You know, they say the straighteners are now causing cancer. Learn to accept who you are. Trying not to change yourself too much. Unneeded surgeries like the BBLs, the bust enhancements, those are all things that are, well, your body is actually temporary, but when you go through those procedures, you know, they can get really screwed up. It could, I don't know what the worst case scenario could be. Could it be death? I don't know. But think about what's best for you, what's most natural. So exercising, expanding your list of things to do to take care of yourself. You know, bathe frequently, go out and exercise, have time of meditation, have time of peace, have time of laughter, laughter. It takes more energy to hate and have a sad face than it does to be happy on the inside and smile. It's smiling is a great way to actually open doors. You don't want to smile because you want to benefit, to open doors to take advantage, okay? But if you're looking for work, if you're looking for honest pay, when you go for your interview, smiling is always a good thing. But I'm not sure why I needed to say that, but I said it, so maybe someone out there needed to hear it. Mind, body, and soul. Exercise it, expand the processes of how you can make your life better, and take good care of it. Okay, so the next card is, I want to reconcile with you. I know you are heaven sent. So this is the message that you might want to give to someone. It might be a message that someone wants to give to you. Next card is daydreaming. Someone may be daydreaming of you. You may be daydreaming of someone else. You may be daydreaming of making a trip to someplace you've never been before to get the experience of the culture or the landscape or whatever it is. Whatever it is you're daydreaming about. When you're daydreaming and you are in a meditative state and you are at peace within your soul, you're at peace with everything about you. You know you are imperfectly perfect. This is the time when you're daydreaming that you can manifest the things in your life. So part of daydreaming would be the after effects. Oh, you get a journal, you write it down. I daydream of going to Indonesia. I daydream of eating their cultural foods. I daydream of going hiking or going on a boat and to see the shoreline from the ocean view. Whatever it is you're daydreaming about, write it down. Do your research. How much does a plane ticket cost? What kind of accommodations do they have for stay? How can I get there and be safe while I'm there? In other words, if you go there, some people just like to travel, and other people feel better with having a tour guide, kind of thing. Okay, so the last card we have is daydreaming. Or, I just said that, I'm sorry. The Chariot. The Chariot card is a 7, has to do with spirituality, and it could have something to do with partnership. So, the journey, the ordeal, the obstacle, the competition, the high stakes, the conquest, the victory. So however any of those words apply to you. So I have some love cards. Love. Love stands out. So love does stand out. If you are looking for it, you will see it. I once took a picture of an older couple, probably in their mid-60s, and they were walking in front of me. This is when I lived in Honolulu, and I took a picture of them without them knowing because they were walking in front of me in the same direction that I was going. But what I noticed about them was they were holding hands. How often do you see older couples holding hands? So the love that they shared stood out to me because of their hand holding. Okay, the next one is love will bring out insecurities in others. So when I wrote that card, it kind of made me feel like when other people can see your energy that you share with someone, and they know that you are untouchable, You cannot be approached to be taken away from the person that you love. Um, it makes them look at your relationship, and then they judge their relationship against your relationship, and they say, how come they don't hold hands, or how come they're holding hands and my person doesn't hold my hand, or they see people going on trips. Maybe it's like a company that where both business owners, right? They both have wives. So one guy takes his wife to Hawaii for vacation, for example, and the other one does nothing with his wife. So that can bring out, why does John do that with Sue? But why doesn't, Greg do that with Margie or whoever the people are? And it can really cause problems in your life, And how do you turn that around if you are the one that's wishing, oh, John and Sue are doing this, but my husband's not doing this with me? How do you change that? Well, you can just make the plans and say, hey, we're going, right? You can make the plans and say, hey, we're going. But if you, I don't know, that can go many different ways, right? Because if your husband's stubborn and doesn't want to get on a plane, your husband doesn't want to go on a cruise, your husband doesn't want to do those things with you, he wants to just go home and relax, is he still showing you the love and affection that you need? I would say obviously not if you're insecure about such happenings, okay? Love can make you walk away. Love can make you walk away. That would be like you love someone, but they're not loving you in the ways that you need, the ways that you have asked for, that, maybe you've had several conversations. Hey, I need to feel a part of your life. I don't want to be just your maid and your cook and, the one that does your laundry, the one that prepares your lunches. I need more than that. I need a conversation. I need attention. I need, that also can go two ways, because if you're needy, then, that could be kind of a mark against you. But if your person really loves you, you really shouldn't have to ask too much. It should be automatic. Oh, when I married you, I knew that you loved to travel. I knew that you loved to go out to dinner. I knew back then that you loved when I hugged you, and now I'm not doing all those things. So your person has a chance to make the changes to hold on to you. And if they can't meet your requirements, maybe you should have never joined, okay? So your self-love can make you walk away from someone who's not giving you something that you're really desiring inside. Love can be playful. If you play about love the way you do, will come back to you. So love can be playful. When two people are rolling around on the grass and, they're, I don't know, maybe chasing each other down the beach, the shoreline, love can be playful. The other playful would be, well, I know she loves me, so I'm going to play over here, kind of thing. That's why I wrote that bottom part. Okay, the next is love. You can make your heart flutter. So every time you see this person, every time you think about this person, every time you speak of this person, it makes your heart flutter. Well, if that's the case, are you with your person? Maybe you are with your person and you guys have to go to work. So she's over there and he's over there. But when you think about him, your heart flutters. You know, if you're at a distance and you think about him, you reflect back on the day when they were in your life and your heart flutters. Well, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to call him or her up and say, hey, you know, my heart's fluttering for you. I just wanted to let you know. What have you been doing with your life? You know, reconnect if that's what your heart is telling you. Love can bring in the love that stays with you through eternity. This is a very, like fairy tale kind of love that not too many people can say that they've had in their life. And, you know, a lot of times they say that they grow old together, and when one passes, the other one passes shortly after, and sometimes it's still a few years down. It could be like 10 years later. It doesn't mean that that person, you know, is just gone out of your life, because we are all mind, body, and soul. When the body dies, the mind dies, but the spirit goes free. So if you believe that, and I've seen it in my own life with my mother, and, you know, with my brother, and, you know, I've had dreams of my sisters, you know. I know those are messages from them. So the love that you share with those that have passed away is through eternity. So while they're here on earth, if you have that someone special, or those family members that you just love so dearly, pick up the phone, call them and say, hey Mom, you know, I was just thinking about you. I know you're all the way in Florida or Illinois or Minnesota or upstate New York, and I'm over here in California. You know, I'm just thinking about you. When I think about you and I call you, it's because I want to let you know, I love you, because we never know when our time's up. So you share the love while they're here on this earth, so that you can bring it into your eternity. And the last one is love can cause jealousy. And that was like the other card, jealousy, insecurity, blah, 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 blah. When you share a love with someone that is untouchable, that means you have this really handsome guy, right? And he's telling you, hey, Marcia, I love you, you know. And I say to him, hey, you know, I love you too. And we come together and we are a team. And that we always put love on the forefront, the love that we share on the forefront of our lives. You know, there could be a beauty queen who just walked the stage, walked the runway, who would go up to my person and say, hey, I want to be with you. And, you know, if the love is true, he's going to say, well, darling, you know, I'm flattered by this, you know. I appreciate this, but I'm happily taken. So no, I can't do that, or vice versa. Okay? So those are my handwritten cards. We're 24 minutes in. Okay, next I want to go through some psychic tarot cards. Movement and choices, that was on our last reading. That's a 2. This card indicates a time of movement. Significant changes and choices must be made with hard work, great effort, and determination. You have the ability to juggle all the demands that are in front of you. Whether they concern money, business decisions, or other projects. It's important to stay flexible and focused. You don't have to do it all alone. Reach out for the best advice and assistance. In addition, a financial union or partnership may present itself to you. The more time you take to make these vital decisions and choices, the longer it will be before you can move forward or move toward your goals in the physical material world. The changes that are emerging aren't some random acts or coincidences. They are all part of a positive and larger scheme. Notice the connections with everything, as this will enable you to avoid future problems and conflicts. 2 has to do with balance and income. Next is the base chakra. It's I have. Known as the base or root chakra, this energy center is situated at the base of the spine and is most closely related to all your earthly issues, such as survival, the physical body, issues of money, sustenance, safety, and shelter. To balance the chakra, practicing yoga can be extremely beneficial. Dancing or light physical exercise will also help keep the energy flowing and harmonious. Honoring your body and taking care of it on the outside will bring you well-being on the inside. It works both ways. 1 has to do with beginning or self. 9 has to do with completion. Let's see. It could be adventure, higher learning. So 9. One of the laws of the universe is what you sow, you reap. This card states that this is your time to reap the harvest that you've worked for and so rightly deserve. The last physical card denotes self-mastery, self-sufficiency, independence, security, and the art of enjoying what you've strived for. You've done the hard work, learn the lessons along the way, and use them to prosper in all areas of your life. The number 9 also means endings. Not that good fortune necessarily stops, but do honor yourself as you finish up or celebrate the completion of projects. This would be the perfect time to look ahead and use the wisdom you've gained to think about what else you want to achieve. Consider smart investments and ponder ideas that show profitable potential. Congratulations on your success. You've earned it. Next, another 9, suffering in silence. So, trying to get back to where I was reading all the cards so you can get a better understanding, but the problem is when you use your voice too much, sometimes you lose it. So that's why I kind of cut back on it. So I'm feeling good enough to do the reading. So I hope this hits the spot for you that I'm reading the cards. The number 9 denotes completion. Are you finally ready to let go of those limiting negative beliefs? Or are you allowing the issues in your life to become bigger than they really are? Your mind has been doing quite a job on you lately, and even your dreams may be trying to get your attention. When you learn to let go of the worry, despair, and the sense of hopelessness, a positive new way or path will be shown to you. This card follows trapped in fear, the number 8 mental card. When your fears aren't confronted, your mental anguish will continue. This is a reminder to take action and trust that your soul and the power of spirit will grasp you firmly by the hand and guide you, but you must take the first step toward healing and let go of mental distress. Do not suffer in silence. Reach out for the help that's available. Next, Major Arcana Wisdom. 5 has to do with change. It could have to do with romance or self-expression. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. This card illustrates that there's a spiritual teacher who's about to influence you or step into your life to impart his or her wisdom. Look around. Is there someone in your life who has the acumen, education, knowledge, and ability to integrate spirituality and its laws into the constraints of the physical world? This could be a compassionate person who offers guidance and inspiration and reminds you that you're so much more than a physical being. You're also a spiritual being with unlimited potential. You may have also drawn this card to confirm that it's time to reach out and find an organization or group of like-minded souls. Being part of a group where you can be yourself, share your thoughts, and get valuable feedback can infuse you and encourage you to be all that you can be. Kindred supports help. Kindred support helps you live life to your highest ideals, finding the true inspiration and enlightenment that's part of your soul. Over time, the student often becomes the teacher, so don't be surprised when others seek out and find you. This card of wisdom is letting you know that you have so much to share, whether you realize it or not. And that's considered the Hierophant. So we've always talking about deception and envy in one way or another. So that card comes out. So you could be someone who's getting ready, you could be the student getting ready to meet the teacher. It could be the people who you've been associating with, who you've been sharing your time with, see this potential in you. And because maybe they are not a chosen one, maybe they have not worked on themselves, they become deceptive and envious. So they may try to steer you away. They may try to say, hey, instead of doing your reading, why don't we go shopping over in Pismo? That's taking you away from your journey. So I'm here to tell you that for me, God bless me, I am able to help people along the way. And, but I will not let them take me off my path. I will put a halt to it because I want the love that I have for me, that I share with the good Lord, to be first in my life. I believe that that's the only way I'm going to try. That's the only way that I'm going to find the one that's really right for me. That is the only way that I am going to be able to mend some relationships, because of people. What happens is you're just walking, right? And people see the value in you that you don't even see. And let's see. So they already feel like you're better than them when you're just being yourself, taking your dog for a walk, for example. So because they see you with so much value that maybe you don't even really see in yourself, or you don't hold yourself up a certain way, they will begin to attack you because they haven't gone through the healing process. Some of them choose to be that same way their whole lives. So you really have to be careful about who you associate with. Okay, so 7 has to do again with spirituality or partnership. So deception. Did I even read this card? Deception, it's a 7. Okay, so I kind of want to keep it short to make sure it downloads kind of quick. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. This card comes at a time when individuals or conditions aren't what they appear to be. How well do you really know the people around you? Are they telling you everything you need to know? In business, make sure you gather all the necessary information so that you're aware of and understand all the facts before continuing. You've worked hard. Don't let others take from you what is rightly yours. Unfortunately, some people may be envious of your accomplishments, and some of your accomplishments might just come naturally. So, again, you have to be careful who you surround yourself with. What do they say? The smartest person in the room needs to find a new room or a new group. So that would be one thing. So someone might be very charismatic and just naturally carry a charm that people are attracted to. That isn't your fault. It's kind of like, when I was growing up, some of my siblings said I was spoiled. I was like dad spoiled you. Dad spoils you. You grew up spoiled. And it's like, how could I be spoiled? I never had brand new clothes. I had hand-me-down clothes. Mom used to make my dresses, or she'd get them at the Goodwill. I never had a skateboard. I never even had my own bike. I never had a TV in my room. How could I be spoiled? And this is what I now realize, is that they weren't really speaking of my dad. They were speaking of the Heavenly Father, how the Heavenly Father has put me in a place where I can just relax. I could give you guys readings. I can feel secure. I could feel safe because God is with me. So yes, God has spoiled me, but not ruined me. So spoiling can be ruining, especially if you have a lot of money, or maybe your parents didn't have a lot of money and they struggled through to get you everything you ever wanted. So you grew up never knowing the struggle of what it took to get. So, then, yeah, you are spoiled because you have this expectation, well, I deserve, but I'm not really putting in the work. So that can go a whole bunch of different ways, but I just wanted to share that with you. When they were saying that I'm spoiled, it was because they knew that I was already a chosen one. That I'm doing this that I'm supposed to do. And as I do it, I enjoy it. I enjoy my artwork. I enjoy making jewelry. I enjoy conversing with people. My life has come from a dark, dark place. A dark place where I was always the light. Because I always wanted to start the day as a new day, a good day. That was my whole life. It didn't matter what I was going through. When I went to school, I forgot about my stuff at home. Whatever situations were going on at home, I started the day with, I'm going to have a good day today. I'm going to go to school. I'm going to focus on my schoolwork. I'm going to forget what's at home. When I get home, I'll deal with what's at home. And as an adult, when I went to work, I forgot about what was at home. And when I was at work, I focused on work. So, my second marriage, I was married with him for 16 years, and we worked together the last 10 years that we were together. And I would say, I don't want to talk about work when we get home. I want to leave work at the front door. And I want to, put on my other hat, of being, a wife at home. And so it does take some balance, but if you don't have the right person there, you're going to be doing a lot of juggling. You're going to be doing a lot of tit for tat. You're going to be doing a lot of finding time to do this, that, and the other to keep this relationship going. And I learned through the trials and tribulations that what is not for me is not for me. Because if I give my all, if I give so much of my life, but I'm not getting it back, that would mean that I'm for him and he's for him. Get it? Okay, so deception and envy. Did I even hear you? Okay, so this card also represents a time of sudden and unexpected changes, or when plans that you're undertaking may not turn out exactly the way you envisioned. Have a plan B as a fallback strategy to prevent future problems. Use this card as a reminder to be prepared. It's better to be safe than sorry. So I am running down on the clock, so emotional withdrawal. 8 is power. Could have to do with intimacy or joint resources. So whoever you are, it's time to withdraw and rethink things. How are they going for you? Are you really producing a future? And if you are, what kind of future does it look like? And do you need to make changes? Have you made changes? Is this a one-way street? Only you can determine that. And always choose yourself. Choosing yourself is not selfish. So patience and planning, like having plan B. Plan A is not working. So you might be on plan B. You might feel like you've had an emotional loss. Maybe all that you've been given, you're realizing that I gave too much. So realize where you went wrong. Realize how possibly you gave too much or you took too much. What did that do to your heart? You're heartbroken. You're feeling like you've wasted so much time. You have to release all of that so you can have a new beginning. Throat chakra. You maybe were holding it all in, hoping and praying that things would work out, but not really taking any action. Maybe you've already laid it out on the table. Look, these are my requirements. This is what I need. You're either in with me or you're out. You know, maybe you've held all that in, and maybe it's time that you speak those words, or whatever words it is. Or maybe you've spoke those words and you're patiently waiting for changes. But are the changes coming? Do you need to choose yourself? Is your person helping you make ends meet? Helping you mend the relationship? Patience. How much patience are you supposed to give someone? The first one I gave 19 years. The second I gave 16. If I had it to do all over again, I probably would do it the same way, because I'm a giver and I never want to give up. And my partners knew that, so it was an easy way to keep me strung along. And I can tell you this, they still long for me. You know, I'm not saying I'm all that. I'm just saying I know what I gave the relationship. And both of them know how they took advantage. Moving forward, once you decide whatever's right for you, fulfillment of wishes comes through, because you're standing your ground. You're saying, hey, I'm going to choose my fulfillment of wishes. I've tried to give you all of your fulfillment of wishes with nothing in return. So it could mean that there's some reason why I said that. So if none of this resonates for you, then it doesn't resonate for you. If it does, you know, continue to stand your ground. Know that God has given you the spiritual strength to choose what's best for you. You will have victory and success. You will have material and spiritual prosperity. It's your destiny to speak up for yourself, to stand in your truth, and you will triumph through it all. Okay? So, I have some cards from the Archangel. Three of Michael. Release the past. You will grow from the situation. Time heals all wounds. The next is High Priestess, Major Arcana, Archangel Haniel. Powerful psychic insights, reflection, and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. Seven of Gabriel. Stand up for what you believe and have confidence. Claim your personal power. I call back my power, cleaned and purified. I return to sender. If people send me love, I send it back. If people send me hate, let it not touch the anointed. I return to sender. King of Gabriel. Generous, inspirational, dramatic, driven. Keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success. A genuine concern for others. So when I see the sentence, keep your eyes on the big picture, know that the picture is bigger than just you. There's some reason why God is calling you forward to do whatever it is that He's asking you to do. You are an intricate part to the whole scheme of things, that God has a plan for all of us. He's asking you to step into your power. Be that person. Make those changes that you need to be so that you can stand righteously and speak about things that happened in your past, the people that held you back, how you overcame that. By the grace of God, the power that God instilled within you, the power of love. Ace of Raphael, a positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. And the last card, Major Arcana, we have the Lovers, Archangel Raphael. Make choices from your heart, deeply emotional commitments. Again, the power of love. Okay, so these ones I'm going to read to you, and then that's the end of our reading. This is out of the Tattooed Tarot. The first one is the Knight of Wands. On the move, travel, flight, departure, disruption, altered plans, home modifications, new address, moving abroad, absence, away from home, strangers, arrival, upsetting the status quo. Whatever that means for you. Okay? The next is the World card. Oops. Okay, the World card. That is a Major Arcana. That's 21. Long journey, perfection, completion, conclusion, reward, prize, the universe, including the four seasons, the material world, supported by divine imagination, power through intelligence and wisdom. The next is Three of Cups. Happy gathering, social activity, group effort, victory, problems resolved, wounds and painful memories healed, pleasures of life, joyous family, support from siblings, cousins, peers, conclusion. Seven of Wands. Resolute firmness and bravery, overcoming challenges, even if outwardly against the odds, winning through fighting from a position of advantage, the strength of personal integrity. Another seven of coins. Profit, growth, and progress, valuable assets, fruits of labor, hard toil on a learning curve. Could be anxiety around money, potential for improved status or work promotion. Okay. So fear is an illusion, right? 10 of Cups is the last card. Great joy, pleasure of life, happy family, peace, contentment, ecstasy, a full heart, being loved and cared for. If it's upside down, abuse and violence. Okay. So that's the end of our reading. God bless you all. I say be at peace. Choose peace over war. Love over hate. Good over bad. Don't be part of the gossiping group. Don't be one of those who add negativity to more negativity. Don't be one who stretches the truth, who twists the truth. Don't be the one that makes the bad choices in your own life, because what comes around goes around. What goes around comes around. God bless you all. We'll see you on the next reading. Bye-bye. Oh, if no one has told you today that you are loved, I love you. Bye.